on my Jersey Street corner, and this is the Prison Talk Show, people. So today, I have a very, very interesting story for you today. This story is about inmate Harry Oh My. Yeah, y'all heard me right, y'all. Harry Oh My. We're gonna get into it, y'all. But just know, this is a deadly, deadly inmate. Coming up next on the Prison Talk Show. Now, Harry Oh My, he's not just a regular inmate, y'all. According to his charges, his sheet says he's not supposed to be locked up with us. He is not supposed to be in Gen Pop. No, he's not supposed to be in a dorm. He's supposed to be in a cell by himself, people. But sometimes, as many of y'all might know, these prisons get overcrowded. You're trying to jam 5,000 men in a jail that's only fit to hold 3,000 men. So that's where you get the boats. That's where they pull the third man in the cell, and they got the boat on the floor, and you sitting there with all your belongings in this swimming pool looking type object, and that's your home until the other men say otherwise. Anyway, y'all, Harry Oh My, well, he's a killer, y'all, and on top of being a killer, he has a lot of time to serve. You talking about a man with a life sentence, y'all. This man is never going home, as far as he sees it. He done committed so many acts of violence in his incarceration. He keep getting charge after charge, year after year, and every one of those charges tack on more time on your back number, people. This man don't give up, you know what. So, people, in his long time of doing jail bids, he picked up a habit. He like boys, y'all, but he don't want the regular boys that y'all thinking about. He want to turn his own boys out. Yeah, that's his thing, y'all. He go from jail to jail because they just keep shipping him, y'all. He just got out of lockup. They just keep shipping him because they don't know what to do with Harry Oh My. This big dude, he don't care. He will knock a CO out in a heartbeat and get that whooping and go to the back for a year and say, and come right back out and do it again, because he don't care. So, people, they bring Harry Oh My to our pod, and they tell us, listen, y'all, it's only temporary. Just give us 2 days and we're going to have him out of here. Just y'all stay away from him. Don't start nothing. Try and keep things civil. And we looking at him like, once again, y'all done violated our little bit of rights that we have up in here. The right to be safe. Y'all not supposed to have him in here with us. Now, if we do something to him, don't be asking us no questions. If we do something to him, don't be putting no investigation and locking us down for a month for doing what we have to do to survive up in here in this penitentiary. With that being said, y'all, they opened the doors and Harry Oh My strutted his ass on in. They put him in a cell with one of the young bloods. Yeah. Now, I don't know if this was on purpose, because the young blood room that he went to, his name was Jerome. And yeah, he was one of our, let's say, crash outs. You know, our prospects. We was grooming him. So when we needed things done, we sent him. When we needed to put a lick out, you know, Jerome would go and send that message for us. But anyway, y'all, they sent Harry Oh My down there into Jerome's cell. Alright, y'all. What I'm going to tell y'all next, this really happened, y'all, whether y'all believe it or not. I'm not up here for the BS, y'all. I'm here to give these stories and give y'all my experience on the correctional facilities I visited. And what I witnessed was Harry Oh My's brutality, y'all. Now, like I said, my cousin, he was a big blood. So if anybody disrespected one of his bloods up in there, it was going to be a problem. They had to settle it. They had to resolve the situation. Now, lockdown will come. Everybody's in their cells. Now, like I said before, you can see most of the cells at a certain angle. You know, you can kind of get a glimpse of what's going on in there a little bit. Now, of course, the people that's next door are going to hear everything. They said Harry Ohhh walked in that cell immediately and told the young boy Jerome, "I got that bottom bunk, dude." And Jerome tried to buck, because, you know, he's supposed to be a blood. He said, "Hey, listen, man, ain't gonna be none of that chumping nobody up in here. You don't know who you dealing with. My brother's gonna deal with you when this count over. Don't make me have to turn this into an issue, bro. Jump on and up on that top bunk and go about your day." Harry Ohhh said, "Alright, say no more, say less." He put his stuff up on the top bunk, y'all. And Harry, he went on ahead and hopped up on that top bunk. He said, "Yeah, that's what I thought. Coming up in here trying to act like I'm some buster." Now Jerome, he in there feeling himself. He has no idea he talking crazy to a killer. This man on the top bunk will wear you out. He will sit up and wait for you to go to sleep before he attacks. So the doors will pop open and everybody come out their cells, and now immediately Jerome go to the homies. He go tell the homies exactly what just happened in that cell. Dude tried to press me. Dude tried to say he want the bottom bunk. Act like he was gonna do something to me. I put him in his place though. I told him what it was. He ain't gonna try that again. I bet he don't. And they looking at him like, "Hey, look, young blood. Listen, man. That dude in your cell is a straight up killer. He cold, man. You might want to watch your mouth around him. Listen, I'm gonna tell you again. The dude is a killer and he won't think twice about taking you out, young blood. We ain't gonna be able to help you when them doors lock, young blood. So please listen to the advice we're giving you. Go find yourself a shiv, quick, and make sure you got it with you at all times. We're not always gonna be there to hold your hand. You're gonna have to be a man and stand up to Harry Ohhh." So that's what he did, y'all. Jerome went and got him a shank, a shiv, a blade, whatever you want to call it. And he had it with him at all times at his side. He was ready, so he thought. Now, getting back to Harry Ohhh. The rumors about Harry precede him. What they say is, Harry, well, let's just start with that. His name, Harry, y'all. That's not his real name. They call him Harry, and y'all gonna think this is gross, but he like guys with hairy butts. Yes. Hence the name Harry Ohhh. That's what they donned him. They said he a big sweet puff that like dudes with hairy butts. And he'll knock you out and play with your butt. That's just what his program was, y'all. I don't know if he did anything else. They said he might have popped it a few times, you know, finger popped you or something like that. I don't know, y'all. We never knew anybody that experienced the brutality of Harry Ohhh. So, Harry was a middle-aged man. I guess in his mid-40s or so, pushing 50. So, he was pretty fit, you know. He was ready for the BS, if y'all wanted to get there. Harry made sure that every night he did his push-ups, y'all. So, when he got back in that cell, he hopped back on that top bunk. He acted like he was chilling, y'all. He couldn't wait for that young boy to get back in that room for lockdown. Because in Harry's mind, oh, he gonna have fun with this one. This one tried to punk him. Harry ain't never dealt with nothing like that before because Harry normally has his own cell. Because the COs, they know what he'll do to somebody. But they said give him 2 days, y'all. Well, it wouldn't be a day and a half before Harry Ohhh got his hands on Jerome. As soon as that door locked and the CO cleared the room, and went back to the control room, Harry jumped off that bunk. He said, "Hey, young blood, I think we got some unfinished business." And Jerome looking at him like, "You don't want none of this. Go sit your old ass down, man. Go ahead, move out the way." He said, "Oh, nah." And Harry, he pulled that little knife that he had in the side of his waist out, and he threw it on the floor. And he told Jerome, "Nigga, you gonna fight for your life tonight. Either you gonna pick that blade up and unalive me, or I'm gonna pick that blade up and unalive you. What's it gonna be, young blood? Make your choice. But I like you, I want you, and I'm gonna have you tonight." That's exactly what Jerome had coming for him. Because Harry didn't play any games, y'all. Harry liked to fight, y'all. Harry had been stabbed multiple times. He knew this young boy wasn't going to have the heart to poke him up. But oh, Harry was going to take that blade and put it to the side of his neck and have his way with Jerome if he didn't. So, y'all, what do y'all think happened? Get in the comment box and tell me, what do y'all think happened to Jerome? Do you think he picked up that blade and kept Harry from taking his butt? Well, I'm going to tell you exactly what happened. Now, right after they called chow, and, everybody going to move around, make their last deals for the night before evening lockdown, everybody doing their deals and trades, etc. Excuse me. The Bloods, they already came up with the idea. They was going to give Harry O something to think about while he in that cell with the young boy Jerome. Since he was talking reckless, Jerome told him about how he tried to check him for the bed and everything. Alright. So they catch Harry getting out the shower. He was just getting ready to head back to the cell. They caught him in the shower. Boom! Like 6 of them bust in there on him. They start beating the dog piss out of Harry. Hands, feet, elbows, knees, all that. They beating the piss out of Harry. Bang, bang, bang. You better not ever try no shit like that again with my homie. That's my brother. That's my brother. Bang, bang. What you think this is? Boom. Try it again. Boom. They stomping Harry's face in. But Harry a G, y'all. Harry took that whooping. He ain't go hit the gate. He ain't go try and holler for the guards and nothing like that. He simply got up, went to the sink, washed his face off, and went to his room, y'all. Now, he got commissary in there in his locker, so he don't gotta leave the room. He just gotta try and make sure that he look decent when they come around for count. And as long as he don't say nothing happened to him, they're not gonna lock him up. But if they can visibly see bruises on him, lumps and stuff, then yeah, they're gonna lock him up. Either way, Harry didn't care because Harry had other things in mind. So, Harry go back to the room, y'all, and he just wait. Jerome was a young boy. He was a crash out. And he probably never should have been in that medium facility with us. He should have definitely been in a lower facility, a camp or something. He wasn't built for this shit. Jerome ended up getting airlifted out of there, y'all. The rumor was Jerome was the first person that Harry had been in a cell with in over a year and a half, y'all. They had this man alone. He had his aggression pent up, all his tension pent up. He was waiting to brutalize somebody, y'all. And Jerome just ended up to be the unlucky person. I can't give y'all the details, but they said Harry spanked Jerome. That's right, y'all. He liked to play with his meat, paws, like an animal. They say he spanked Jerome's ass like a little kid, just popping him on his ass. Pow, pow. Rubbing on him, because he liked the way the hair feels. And then, y'all, supposedly, what the next door cell said they heard happen, Y'all know he did it to Jerome, y'all. But he did it with so much force. Jerome yelled and screamed and pleaded for his life. He begged that man to stop. And he kept punching Jerome, telling him, shut up. Shut your ass up. And like I said, y'all, this man didn't have anything to lose. So when he kept going and going and going to the next count, y'all, he didn't stop drilling Jerome until them guards came in there with the pepper spray and started shooting him and telling him to get on his knees, y'all. He kept pumping and pumping. Jerome screaming and squealing. The CO said the smell was horrible. They said when they came in the room, in the cell, and Harry backed out of Jerome, you heard this loud suction noise like, and they just got to beating on Harry and beating him with them billy sticks. Boom! Electric rods. Tasing his ass. Ding! Man, they would sit there and beat Harry while they waited for the nurse to come with the cot and, the other guards to get Jerome on up out of there. So, as they cuffing Harry up, they bringing him down the catwalk, y'all. They walking slow. Harry smiling. He got teeth missing. His whole face bloody. He lumped up. He's still smiling. Excuse me, y'all. He looks over at the Bloods and he said, yeah, if I ever get out of here, I'm going to do the same thing I did to Jerome, to y'all daddies and y'all brothers. And then I'm going to go and unalive y'all mothers and y'all sisters, because I don't want no women. I'm going to go find all your boy cousins and I'm going to do the same thing to them. I'm going to brutalize them. Where them cheeks at? And he started threatening the correction officer. He looking at the guard like, I do the same thing to you, homeboy. I know you scared. You scared. But I got these cuffs on. You ain't got to be scared, officer. I ain't going to bite. I ain't going to bite you, officer. I just want to get a good look at you. I want to remember who I got to come after later on in the future. Because, I will see you again. Whether it's in lockup, or they let me back out of lockup in Patson, somebody will come to my cell. And with that, y'all, they walked him on up to the solitary pod, y'all. Rumor has it, as they was uncuffing him to put him in his solitary cell, somehow, and I don't know what's wrong with North Carolina, y'all. They know the situation. They got some very, very bad people in here. Why don't they make these correction officers work out? Or there should be a minimum of, you got to be at least 260, 300 all muscle to work here or something, because they just be getting tossed around. Harry got loose, y'all. He took both of them in the cell with him and closed the door. Yeah, y'all, Harry is a real monster. They said he beat the brakes off of them officers, both of them at the same time. Harry in there giving them both work. And don't nobody know. It ain't no cameras up there. Nobody know they just got dragged up into the cell. Harry in there pounding down on both of them. Boom, boom, boom. He banging their heads together. Boom. He hitting them with knees to the face. Pow. Throwing them up against the wall. Boom. Then he grabbed one of them, a little blonde dude with blue eyes. He grabbed him and said, yeah, I had my eyes on you for a long time. Boom! Punched him in the stomach. Then he kicked the other one right in the jaw. Boom! Make sure he was knocked out. He said, yeah, I'm going to do exactly what I said. I'm going to brutalize them cheeks. He grabbed that CO and got to working him and working him and working him. Yes, y'all. He raped the correction officer in the cell with the other officer knocked out on the floor. No help came. Nobody came. So what he do? He grabbed the other one and started to grape him too. And said he gonna keep graping them until they come in there and do something about it. Well, y'all, it'd be about a good 10 minutes would go by that this man is in there brutalizing these officers before even the inmates who are trained not to snitch and rat, y'all, couldn't take the sound no more. The sounds that those officers was making in that cell. They start hollering, yo, help, get him some help. Get them officers some help, man. Get this guy out of here. He's a monster. We don't want him in this cell. We don't want him down here with us. Get him out of here. They run up in there, y'all. Now they're about 20 deep. And they finally get up there and they see the scene, y'all. I'm not even going to discuss the condition that these two officers are in when they get there. All I'm going to say is these two officers got taught the worst lesson of their life. Needless to say, I never saw those officers in the pod again. I don't know if they kept their jobs and went to a medium facility or minimum, or a camp, but these two officers should not have been there in the first place. They look like teenagers, y'all, and well, they got the business handed to them. Well, y'all, the moral of the story is Jerome probably would have been better off just not getting involved with the Bloods. He would have never been on that cell block with them. He would have never been the crack show. And he would have never been the one that ended up on the bad end of Harry Ohhh. If you like this story, y'all, stay tuned for more. Follow, subscribe, do all of the good stuff that you're supposed to do on YouTube. And I'll get back with y'all at a later date. I'm out. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. I drop a new video every other day, and you never know what corner's gonna be talking about. If you have any specific topics you'd like to hear, get in the DMs, people. I need to hear your suggestions. But right now, I need you to hit that like button, share the videos, and subscribe.
And you a real hater if you can't respect it. All that bullshit, yeah, I'm here to check that. Any confrontation, I'ma show up. Bet that. You a real hater, I'm here to address that. When it comes to storytelling, I'm the best at. You a real hater, I'm here to address that. When it comes to storytelling, I'm the best at. You a real hater, I'm here to address that. When it comes to storytelling, I'm the best at. You a real hater, I'm here to address that. When it comes